verses, the eighth psalm read. Now, I'm going to read the entire eighth psalm. I'm not going to preach the entire eighth psalm, but just read it. O Lord, our Lord, how excellent is thy name in all the earth, who has set thy glory above the heavens. Out of the mouth of babes and sucklings hast thou ordained strength because of thine enemies, that thou mightest steal the enemy and the avenger. When I consider thy heavens, the work of thy fingers, the moon and the stars which thou hast ordained, what is man that thou art mindful of him, and the Son of Man that thou visitest him? For thou hast made him a little lower than the angels, and hast crowned him with glory and honor. Thou madest him to have dominion over the works of thy hands, and thou hast put all things under his feet. All sheep and oxen, yea, and the beast of the field, the fowl of the air, and the fish of the sea, and whatsoever passes through the paths of the sea. O Lord, our Lord, how excellent is thy name in all the earth. That's the entire eighth psalm, but I want to deal with verses 1 and 2. O Lord, our Lord. Somebody said, Lord, our Lord.
Lord, our Lord.
How excellent is thy name in all the earth.
How excellent is thy name in all the earth.
Who has set thy glory above the heavens. Out of the mouth of babes and sucklings. This is good. Out of the mouth of babes and sucklings hast thou ordained strength because of thine enemies, that thou mightest steal the enemy and the avenger. Looking specifically at those words, out of the mouth of babes and sucklings. I want to talk a little while about baby power. You can have your seats in the presence of the Lord. Amen. The word of the Lord has given us to know that God brings power out of babies. God cooperates with babies, and babies cooperate with the Lord. We're going to make it plain in just a moment. Tell the Lord, thank you, somebody.
Thank you, Lord.
David is so impressed with the glory of God. I mean, he is just awestruck by the glory of God. You can't put God into words. Anybody found out you're trying to talk about God and you run out of words, and sometimes you want to talk about how good God is, and all you can say is, He's just that good. David is so impressed with the glory of God and the power of God and all that God is capable of doing and all that God has done and how God moves and how God works. And he sums it up as best as he can in Psalms 8. That the glory of God is so great that you cannot capture it in a song, in a psalm, in a praise, or whatever. We will always be left short when it comes to exalting God in the manner in which he deserves. But David does the best that he can, and he writes this song, this song as it were. He writes this song and offers it to the Lord, and he plays it on an instrument called a gittith. It's very similar to a harp, but it's called a gittith. And he offers this song to the Lord. And I want to share something with you right now. That was David's way of worshiping the Lord. When I think about the Lord, and when I see what the Lord has done, and when I consider who the Lord is and all of his power, it comes through. My response to what I realize and revealed and what is revealed to me about the Lord comes through in my song. And my song is my worship. Come on, somebody, tell the Lord thank you. And I want to share with you right now that your praise and your worship are not supposed to be like nobody else's. Look at somebody and say, my praise not like yours.
My praise.
Yeah. Your praise and your worship are not supposed to be like anybody else's. Somebody shout, why?
Why?
Because ain't nobody else been through what you've been through. And the Lord has not given anybody else the revelation of him that he has given to you. And no one has walked in your shoes, and you haven't sought the Lord the way that you have sought the Lord, and don't know the Lord the way that you know the Lord. And when you know the Lord the way that you know the Lord, your response to what you know about the Lord, that becomes your worship. Listen here, we do have a corporate worship, and there is something that that we do together. We come in here and we lift up our hands together. We shout glory and hallelujah together. And we sing songs together. And that is worship. But I need you to understand today that you're not worshiping the Lord for anybody else. You're not worshiping the Lord like anybody else. You're worshiping the Lord based on what the Lord has revealed to you about himself. Therefore, your worship is not like anybody else's. Come on, tell your neighbor, my worship ain't like yours.
Worship is not like you.
Yeah. Your worship is not like anybody else's. David expresses his revelation of God by describing God's relationship and interaction with man, as well as God's relationship and interaction with nature. Come on, somebody. David lets us know here in Psalm 8 that both man and nature declare God's glory.